Wisy was founded in Panama, at an ex-military base, and we were on the Global Summit in Switzerland in 2017. We are 4 co-founders, me, Ricardo, and Nelida. But at the beginning, I was a solo founder. I was born in Costa Rica, like Kaya. And I used to be like a child star. Like my co-founder, me, always said, okay, yes, you were a child star in Costa Rica. And I used to make TV commercials like this one from Pozuelo, up to Milk, and the Banco Infantil. That was like a child's bank like 30 years ago, a lot of years ago. So back then, I learned that to be a successful founder, you really need to work hard, as Julie said. You really need to work hard, and you need to be super different from others. You have to differentiate your startup. It's always about giving, this new thing for the people that you sell your company. So it's very good to be different, and also to build connections. And I think this environment and this thing that Seedstars has put in all of us is super good, because we are building connections that will last forever. So we really need to build connections, and also be positive. I think that, learning from Freddy, be positive all the time, because starting and running a startup is super tough. It's super tough, and you really need to be positive all the time. So fast forward 25 years from that moment, I used to be a successful executive at the retail and communication business in Panama with 2 MBAs. And when I hit my 40s, I said, that's enough. I want to quit, and I want to build my own startup. So I start thinking about this startup, and I realized that it has to be in the technology sector. So I started listening to podcasts, and I came up with this super podcast on how to start a startup from Stanford. So I listened and I learned and I took notes, and it was amazing, because a couple of weeks later, I met Mark Zuckerberg in Panama. That was in 2015 when we held the Summit of the Americas, and that was it. I said, I want to become a successful founder, but at the age of 40. That's, it's hard to be 40 and start a startup. But learning from that experience, I realized that I don't have some of the things that I needed. For example, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any team, I didn't have any great idea, and also it's super important to have luck. It's all about luck too. So I started thinking about how could I build my own startup, and I came up with these amazing co-founders. I know Linda for about 8 years in Panama, and she's like the brightest women in engineering in Panama. And they just have won the local Seedstars in Panama. They were just looking to expand their company, and we joined forces, and I started with them. We put a public relation plan in Panama, and we make a huge thing about going to Switzerland and represent our country. So we were on the newspapers, we were on the TV, and even the president of Panama tweeted about us going to the Seedstars Summit. And I think that's also in the booklet of that year of the Seedstars, because it was a lot of social media impact. So in Switzerland, we won the Be a Global Award. That was an award to expand to the Americas. So for us, it was a great thing, because the ones who are going to Switzerland to compete, you are competing against so many countries. And the development countries and the countries that you're going to be competing, like Russia or Taiwan or Mexico, Brazil, they're huge countries, but we won there. So we went back to Panama, and we were on the valley of death. We were bootstrapping, we don't have any money, and we start looking for investors. But we were at, when you crash with a wall. We were fighting against the Panama Papers, that I think some of you might heard of that thing, the political situation in Panama, and also the lack of angel investment in our country. So at a personal level, my marriage was falling apart. Being an entrepreneur at the age of 40 is super hard, and I really have like two choices: like look for a regular job and a fixed income, or stay at this crazy idea of building a global startup. And well, I think I stay with my partners, and sometimes life gives you these kind of choices, difficult choices. My co-founder, me, went to Atacama Desert, and we were trying to raise money, and after 3 months, we had nothing. And we call it in this part of the story that we received like kind of an epiphany, a revelation. When she came back to Panama, we decided to incorporate in the USA. We decided to do a different path to raise the money. And after that, we raised $1.2 million in angel investment. We incorporated in the USA. Our company was valued at $10 million. And since last December, we are now on Silicon Valley. So it was amazing being there 3 years ago. So scaling and looking for talent is super, super tough. Our company was born in Panama, and looking for talent is hard. But we try to inspire every executive to join us, and we bring very good talent. And as Kaya said, sometimes you need to develop them to come with you, and then you can teach them other things in the company. This is our team. Basically, we have one saying that we are built with the American technology, with the Chinese discipline, and with the Panamanian audacity. So every time we challenge our team to do the best, we are competing on the big leagues, and you really need to be very, very aggressive and very looking for the new ideas. This is our first year in Silicon Valley. It's been an amazing journey. We have been part of amazing programs and acceleration programs from Carnegie Mellon University that invest in us. Also the SAP program from Germany. We were part of that cohort on customer experience. And even last October, Reyes, the founder of the Lean Startup Movement, we have a workshop in Silicon Valley, and it was amazing to have like 100 executives and teaching them how to use Wisy on their companies. So basically, I want to inspire you, but it was hard after Freddy. Dream big, move fast, follow your heart, and keep hustling. Okay, thank you. Yeah.